Alright, this video is about graphing systems of linear equations that come from real-world problems. So reading this problem, we have two rental car companies running specials this month. At Jill's Rentals, customers pay $50 to rent a midsize car for the first day, plus $8 each additional day. At Hampton Rent-A-Car, the price for a midsize car is $30 for the first day and $12 for every additional day beyond that. At some point, renting from either one of the companies would cost a customer the same amount. How many additional days would that take? So we're asked to write a system of equations, graph the system, and then type the solution. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the system. Let's start with Jill's. Let me get my paintbrush here. So starting with Jill's, we have $50 is the starting point and then plus $8 per day. So when you're graphing a linear equation in the form of y equals mx plus b, which you should know m is the slope or the rate of change and b is the y-intercept. So the slope, which one of these numbers is the rate of change? Is it the $50 starting price or is it the $8 per day? Well, the per day part tells you that the $8 is the rate of change. That's how much it increases each day. So for this equation, I'm going to write y equals, where y represents the total cost, y equals the rate of change, which is $8. So I'll say 8x, and x represents the amount of days that you have the car, and plus the initial starting fee, or the y-intercept. The initial starting fee is $50, so $50 here. All right, and now let's see what the other place is called Hampton. Hampton's Rent-A-Car. So same thing here, we're going to start with the y equals mx plus b format because it's a linear equation, and the slope, the rate of change, in this case is going to be how much they charge every day. So this one is $12 per day. So y equals $12 times the amount of days plus the initial cost. The initial cost at Hampton's is $30. So they have a lower initial cost but a higher rate. So these are the two equations in our system of equations. We could write it with little brackets, which is traditionally how they're written. Y equals 8x plus 50 for Jill's, and then y equals 12x plus 30. So the question is asking, at some point renting from either one of the companies would cost the same amount. So what is the solution of this system? Where do these two lines intersect? So we're going to start by graphing Jill's line. So I'm going to click on Jill, and I know that Jill's place charges $50 at the beginning, so I'm going to plot a point at 50, and then I know that it's going to go up every day by $8. So the slope is $8 every day. So in 2 days, that would be $16. In 4 days, that would be $32. In 5 days, that would be $40. So I'm looking at 5 days here, and I want to go up $40 from the beginning, which would be $90. So that's my graph for Jill. Now I'm going to click on Hampton, and Hampton's initial cost was $30, a little bit lower, but the rate is $12 per day. So I want to get a nice even number. So starting after 1 day, that's $12. After 2 days, it's $24. After 3 days, it's $36. After 4 days, 12 times 4 is 48. After 5 days, it's $60. So I'm going to go up $60 at 5 days. So from 30 to 60 is, oh, that's actually 90. So that's where those two intersect. That's how you solve the equation graphically. You could also solve using substitution or elimination.